and the vast and mysterious Chiquitano Chaco, a mosaic of dry forests, harsh savannas, and sun-cracked land. Survival is not a right, it is a constant trial, stretching quietly between Bolivia and Brazil. This region stands as one of South America's most unforgiving, complex, and least explored ecosystems. Here, daytime temperatures can become relentless, while the nights, wrapped in an unsettling silence, turn into a stage where predators reign without mercy. Among trees twisted by drought and undergrowth that conceals more than it reveals, every creature fights its own private war. In this merciless landscape, each step taken in shadow or beneath the burning sun can draw the line between endurance and vanishing forever. There is no room for mistakes, no second chances. The Chiquitano Chaco demands skill, strength, instinct, and above all, an unbreakable will to go on. Here, life is written through struggle, resilience, and strategy, and every species, from the smallest to the most formidable, plays a vital role in a fragile balance that has endured for thousands of years. When silence settles once more over the arid plain, something slips through low shrubs and along the cracks of dark stone. A new presence moves without a sound. It is the puma, also known as the mountain lion, panther, or catamount, a solitary hunter, cautious by nature and remarkably adaptable. Adult males can weigh anywhere from around 52 kilograms to well over 100, stretching close to 2.4 meters in length. Females are smaller and lighter, typically ranging between 29 and 64 kilograms. Their golden brown coat, free of spots or stripes, blends seamlessly with the dusty, sun-baked landscape. Nearly half of their total body length is made up by a long, muscular tail, an essential tool for balance when leaping across rocks or navigating steep, broken terrain. The puma keeps its claws retracted to preserve their sharpness, revealing them only when climbing, striking, or securing prey. Its hunting strategy relies on patience and exceptional camouflage. It waits concealed in dense brush, along rocky outcrops, or on leaf-covered slopes. Positions that offer both cover and a clear line of sight for an ambush. Hunting usually takes place in low light, at dusk or during the night, when its keen vision provides a critical advantage. A single, short leap, launched from close range, is often enough to bring down its target before there is time to react. Its diet is highly varied, focusing mainly on medium-sized herbivores such as forest deer and peccaries. But it can also take capybaras, armadillos, birds, large reptiles, and even livestock when natural prey becomes scarce. After a successful hunt, an adult puma may consume up to 9 kilograms of meat and cache the remaining carcass for 6 to 8 days, covering it with leaves or hiding it among vegetation. This behavior helps conserve energy, reduces the need for frequent hunts, and lowers the risk of losing the kill to scavengers or rival predators. Ecologically, the puma plays a vital role by controlling herbivore populations, preventing overgrazing of the understory and allowing forests to regenerate naturally. Because it requires large, connected habitats and supports many other species within its range, it is considered an umbrella species. Protecting the puma's territory indirectly safeguards countless forms of life that share the same ecosystem. For this reason, the healthy presence of even a single puma represents far more than the survival of one animal. It stands as a powerful indicator of resilience, balance, and stability across the entire landscape it inhabits. As the first light of dawn brushes the tips of the tall grasses, a solitary figure begins to move through the golden mist. Its outline resembles a wandering spirit with the shape of a wolf, stepping carefully on long, slender legs. It glides between the shadows of scattered trees and the fading hum of nocturnal insects. This is neither a fox nor a true wolf. It is the maned wolf, a unique animal that carries traits of both, yet belongs fully to neither. Its range is centered mainly in west-central Brazil, extending into eastern Bolivia, Paraguay, northern Argentina, and southwestern Peru. It favors landscapes dominated by open grasslands, sparse woodlands, and dense scrub. Unlike the stocky, low-built wolves of the Northern Hemisphere, the maned wolf has an unusually tall and slender frame. It can stand close to 1 meter at the shoulder while weighing around 23 kilograms. Its extremely long legs and large, upright ears make it unmistakable among South American canids. The maned wolf's diet is remarkably diverse. It feeds on fruits, most notably the so-called wolf fruit. Alongside small vertebrates such as lizards, birds, insects, and various rodents. Despite being classified as a carnivore, nearly half of its diet comes from plant matter, with wild fruits playing a central role. Rather than relying on long chases, it hunts by moving quietly through tall grass, taking advantage of prey that remains hidden and unaware. At the critical moment, it gathers strength in its hind legs and launches into a sudden vertical leap, a movement more reminiscent of a feline than a typical canid. The impact of the landing is often enough to stun or instantly kill the prey, followed by a precise bite to the neck or back. Beyond this unusual hunting technique, the maned wolf depends heavily on its exceptional hearing, allowing it to locate insects beneath the soil, especially at night or after rainfall, when they are more active near the surface. With a hunting success rate of around 21%, its ability to draw food from many sources and its low-energy strategy allow the maned wolf to maintain a stable balance within its environment. In the demanding landscapes it inhabits, adaptability, not raw power, has become its greatest advantage. Like a sustained cry stretching beneath the blazing sky, the call of the great blue macaw cuts through the air with a tone that cannot be mistaken. Its voice is loud, vibrant, and piercing, as if a bolt of blue were slicing across the golden backdrop of the horizon. It is the most imposing member of the parrot family, reaching nearly 1 meter in length, adorned with brilliant cobalt blue feathers and striking eyes framed by vivid yellow markings. These macaws are typically monogamous, forming lifelong pairs that remain faithful for many years. At times, they also gather in small groups and return repeatedly to shared roosting sites. Their natural refuge lies beneath the canopy of the Chiquitano dry forests, in the transitional zone where the humid Amazon blends into the dusty Chaco. Even when the land cracks under drought and trees stand bare after wildfires, they return again and again, because this landscape provides everything they need. Ancient manduvi trees, tall and hollowed by time, offer ideal nesting cavities where pairs can raise their young successfully. With their massive, curved beaks capable of exerting more than 2,000 newtons of biting force, they can crack open seeds so hard that few other animals can access them. Fruits from palms such as acrocomia, bocayuva, Atalea fallerata, coconuts, and even macadamia make up a large part of their diet. Yet what appears to be simple feeding is, in fact, an unintentional act of restoration. Drawn by the scent of ripe fruit, the macaws consume and disperse seeds as they move, dropping them across the forest floor. Without intent or awareness, they help regenerate life in places where the land once seemed exhausted, becoming vital architects of renewal in a fragile ecosystem. In a land where the sun strikes without mercy and warm winds blend with dry air, a powerful figure glides through low scrub without making a sound. It is the jaguar, the largest feline in the Americas, a silent hunter and undisputed ruler at the top of the food chain. Within Ca del Gran Chaco National Park, an expanse of nearly 34,400 square kilometers, lies the largest protected area of dry forest in the entire Chaco ecosystem. Thanks to camera traps and GPS tracking, researchers have documented more than 1,000 jaguars in this region, making it the largest recorded population of the species within a single protected area anywhere in the world. The jaguar is rarely seen. It lives alone, avoids human presence, and defines its territory through scent markings, deep roars, and tracks that warn potential intruders. Its hunting method is a masterclass in stealth. It waits for the perfect moment, then bursts from vegetation or water with explosive precision, delivering a lethal bite to the skull or neck. Its jaws can generate over 1,500 pounds per square inch of pressure, strong enough to pierce skull bones, an ability unmatched by any other big cat. This technique allows the jaguar to kill swiftly, avoiding prolonged struggles and conserving precious energy. Its diet is remarkably diverse, including tapirs, capybaras, armadillos, reptiles, and even fish. The jaguar is not only a dominant land predator, but also a skilled aquatic hunter. It swims with ease, dives effortlessly, and strikes from below, turning rivers and wetlands into stages for silent ambushes. Its ability to climb trees adds another dimension to its dominance, allowing it to move seamlessly from forest floor to canopy. Few predators on Earth possess such complete mastery of their environment. Along winding paths that cut through thorny scrub and towering cacti, a small yet powerfully built resident of the Chaco moves forward each day with its group. This is the Chacan peccary, one of the most enigmatic mammals of South America's dry regions. With a compact, muscular body, short but remarkably sturdy legs, and a broad, flexible snout that works almost like a shovel, it feels like a living relic from an ancient world. Weighing between 30 and 40 kilograms and measuring just over a meter in length, it is not known for speed, but for endurance. Its coarse, dark coat provides near-perfect camouflage against the pale sun and the reddish sands of the Chaco. Yet the true key to its survival lies not only in its physical strength, but in an extraordinary biological adaptation, a digestive system finely tuned to thrive on cactus. Its stomach is divided into two chambers that work alongside a highly specialized gut microbiome, capable of neutralizing toxic compounds such as oxalic acid, common in dry cacti like Opuntia and Pleistocactus. This is reinforced by exceptionally efficient kidneys that reclaim water with precision, allowing the animal to extract both hydration and energy from spiny, moisture-rich cactus tissues during the harsh, dry season. When resources become scarce, the Chacon peccary expands its diet to include cactus flowers, bromeliad roots, dry leaves, shriveled fruits, and even decomposing carrion. This remarkable flexibility allows it not only to endure one of the most hostile landscapes on the continent, but also to play a crucial role in maintaining the balance of this extreme ecosystem. Beneath layers of dry, time-worn leaves that blanket the ground, another presence shares the silence, hidden, patient, and alert. Stretching over 4 meters in length and weighing more than 20 kilograms in fully grown adults, the boa constrictor moves like a living cable of muscle. It glides across rocky soil, along abandoned burrows of vizcachas, and beneath the low branches of the dry forest. Its dark scales, patterned with irregular markings, provide flawless camouflage under the broken light filtering through uneven treetops. Powerful muscles run the length of its body, turning every movement into a slow, controlled display of restrained strength, never rushed, always precise. Most of the time, it remains concealed along narrow trails, inside hollow logs, or within long-forgotten shelters. When a distracted rodent, a small bird, or a wandering mammal crosses its path, the boa waits for the exact moment its prey enters striking range, calm, unaware, and defenseless. In a sudden burst, the snake lunges forward, securing its grip with backward curving teeth, then coils its body around the target. As the struggle fades, the colors of the canopy above give way to sandy yellows, dusty browns, and muted grays, the enduring tones of a land shaped by drought and survival. The first light of day brushes the damp silt, heavy with the dense scent of sediments exposed by the receding waters. Without shifting, without making the slightest sound, a body more than 2 meters long and weighing close to 90 kilograms remains motionless like a drowsing fallen log. It is the yellow-throated caiman, a predator shaped more by patience than by brute force. Its flat, shovel-like snout allows it to gently stir the muddy bottom, disturbing small fish and hidden invertebrates. An adult can spend hours gliding slowly along flooded margins, where schools of fish seek shelter or where crustaceans bury themselves in the soft mud. In some areas, near the edges of wetlands, it even takes advantage of paths opened by cattle to ambush unsuspecting water birds. When prey enters its strike zone, the bite comes in an instant, sharp and sudden, like the snap of a stretched rubber band. Once captured, the caiman uses the power of its jaws only to hold the prey firmly. It then swims to the shallow edge to process the meal. For fish or toads, a single precise shake is enough to break the spine. For shrimp or crabs, it employs a crushing technique with the rear teeth, where pressure is more concentrated, strong enough to shatter the hard shell while leaving the flesh inside intact. Amid the crunch of dry leaves and the cracked earth left behind after the fire season, the southern tamandua moves calmly, traveling from one fallen log to another within the scrubland. Guided by its elongated snout and an extraordinarily keen sense of smell, it heads straight toward its food, insect nests hidden beneath the soil or concealed inside decaying wood. All of its offensive power is concentrated in its front limbs, armed with long, sharp claws. And in its extensible tongue, which can exceed 40 centimeters in length, capable of reaching the deepest crevices and drawing out entire colonies of termites and ants as they attempt to flee. A single adult can consume around 9,000 insects per day. Thanks to this highly specialized appetite, the southern tamandua fulfills a crucial role. It naturally regulates ant and termite populations, helping maintain the ecological balance of dry forests and the Chaco scrubland. Under the clear sky and the silent open fields, a harsh, repetitive call breaks the distance. It is the cry of the caracara. A peculiar bird, as familiar on the plains as the sun that lights them. It lives on the boundary between two worlds, neither a hunter with the precision of hawks, nor a scavenger entirely dependent on carrion like vultures. During the dry season, when heat accelerates decomposition and carcasses become common, the caracara takes full advantage. In those months, nearly 70% of its diet comes from dead animals. But when the rains return and insects and small vertebrates become abundant again, its diet shifts completely. More than half is then made up of beetles, crickets, scorpions, and larvae hidden beneath the soil. Added to this are the eggs of other birds, newborn chicks, small lizards, and even fish trapped in shallow pools after seasonal floods. On the ground, the caracara moves without haste. It watches, evaluates, and waits. Its curved beak is strong enough to tear tough tissues, and its talons are firm enough to defend itself or seize an unwary prey. If threatened, it does not take flight immediately. Instead, it straightens up, slowly spreads its wings, and releases a loud call as if warning that this territory is claimed. When it does take to the air, Its flight is irregular, sharp turns, sudden drops, rapid changes in direction. This pattern confuses would-be pursuers. More than an opportunist, the caracara is a vital agent in the landscape. It regulates insect populations, removes animal remains, and reduces the risk of disease. The scraps it leaves behind and the disturbances it creates become resources for other animals such as gray foxes, seriemas, or vultures, weaving an ecological network that helps sustain the balance of open ecosystems. When the last light of day fades away, the barn owl emerges in silence, without announcement, without leaving a trace. Only the air seems to part as it passes, as if a shadow were gliding gently through space. Its flight produces not even a whisper, thanks to the special structure of its feathers, designed to muffle sound and turn every movement into an act of stealth and astonishing precision. Its asymmetrical ears allow it to detect sounds with almost supernatural accuracy, pinpointing the location of prey in 3 dimensions, even when it is hidden deep within the undergrowth. And when it strikes, there is no hesitation. The attack is swift and direct, its talons closing around the victim in an instant. No escape, no need for a second attempt. Each night, the barn owl captures 1 or 2 prey items, mainly small rodents such as house mice, rats, and wild mice. It may also take lizards, toads, crickets, and even bats. During the rainy season, its diet broadens to include more reptiles and amphibians. But regardless of what it catches, it always swallows its prey whole. Fur, claws, and other indigestible remains are later expelled as pellets, which accumulate beneath old trees or along the eaves of ancient buildings, silent witnesses to its nocturnal life. high above the parched fields, where vegetation shrinks to scattered clumps and broken shadows. A raptor appears that neither soars like hawks nor ambushes like owls. It moves, skimming the ground, swift as a flash, precise as a gust of wind. This is the collared falcon, a bird that favors initiative over waiting, speed over brute force, and the low sky over lofty heights. Each beat of its wings is a reconnaissance of the land. Every low flight is a rehearsal for attack. It does not dive vertically like the peregrine falcon. Instead, it sweeps across open plains, reading the signals of the ground, scanning isolated shrubs, and watching flocks of small birds distracted as they search for seeds. And when a prey hesitates even for an instant, the strike is instantaneous, no doubt. No pause, no second chance. Most of the time, the aplomado falcon hunts in pairs, an unusual behavior among falcons. One distracts, the other delivers the final blow. Together, they can bring down even larger birds, such as fork-tailed flycatchers or chachalakas, not through sheer strength, but through combined speed and flawless cooperation. Along rivers that gleam like silver ribbons under the shifting light of day, the neotropical otter glides softly along the banks, appearing and vanishing like a living shadow. Its dense, waterproof fur retains heat, even when it dives into cold, deep waters. With 4 webbed feet, it moves with remarkable agility, while its long, flexible tail works as a natural rudder. Though much smaller than the giant otter, with which it shares part of its range, the neotropical otter holds a unique advantage: complete independence and an impressive ability to adapt to seasonal change. This species does not form large groups. It travels alone and seeks company only during the breeding season. It does not rely on frequent calls or complex social networks, nor does it maintain a permanent territory. As waters recede, it follows the course of streams, leaving behind pungent droppings known as spraints placed on rocks or roots. These marks serve both as communication and as a temporary signal of its presence. Its diet consists of roughly 67% fish and 28% crustaceans such as freshwater crabs and shrimp. During the dry season, when fish become scarce and lagoons vanish, it shifts its strategy and begins hunting amphibians, including Leptodactylus chacensis, a behavior documented in 2023 in the southern Pantanal. It does not ambush like a sit-and-wait predator. Instead, it swims close to the bank, watching for the slightest movement, then strikes with sudden speed. The fish has no second chance, a precise bite, and the meal is eaten right there, on a stone, where the otter can enjoy the guarded silence of the river's edge. When an individual captures a fish, it carries it to the shore or onto an exposed route to feed. The head is always eaten first, an ancient habit, deeply ingrained through generations. En las tierras indomables del Chaco chiquitano, cada atardecer cierra un capítulo de lucha y cada amanecer anuncia uno nuevo, lleno de incertidumbre. Aquí, la vida no se arrastra por inercia, cada criatura grande o pequeña defiende su existencia con una determinación inquebrantable. Las batallas silenciosas entre la espesura, la búsqueda constante de agua y los encuentros inesperados entre cazadores y presas forman un ciclo milenario donde la naturaleza impone sus reglas y nadie está exento de enfrentarlas. En este lugar, la supervivencia no es un simple instinto, es una obra de valentía, resistencia y equilibrio natural. Al contemplar estas historias crudas y fascinantes, recordamos que estos ecosistemas necesitan comprensión, protección y respeto. Cada vida que aquí late, late por todos. Si este viaje por el Chaco chiquitano te ha inspirado o conmovido, apoya este espacio de conocimiento y conservación, dale like al video y suscríbete a Llamado Salvaje TV para seguir explorando juntos los rincones más salvajes y sorprendentes del planeta.